Hey up people, how's it going? Not done a video in a while. Guess I've been busy. Just thought I'd try and share with you guys some further techniques. I'm not gonna lie and say I'm exactly where I want to be, but I've come a long way since sort of February, March. A lot of it's to do with sort of holding my hands up and acknowledging that, you know, I need to stop and, you know, try and review what I'm doing with my life and how I behave and how I communicate. Various techniques, various things, therapy, the gym, books, videos, and talking to other people, sharing my struggle, sharing what I've been doing, and just taking it day by day. It's all about frequency levels, so when you're at your worst you can feel like more than 10 out of 10 in terms of your anxiety. Some stages you need to go out of the room because you just feel uncomfortable. You feel like everyone's laughing at you, you feel like you're in your own head, you can't get out of your own head, you can't connect with people. Once you learn that it's all about frequencies, I feel like I'm at about a 3 or 4 now, in terms of sort of when I'm at my most anxious, it's about a 4 out of 10. And that's down to what's known as sort of rationalising your thoughts and normalising your behaviour. Just recognising that everyone has some form of anxiety throughout every day, be it about how they look, what they say, what they're doing. So it's quite normal. So it's normalising it, makes you, reduces the levels of it and reduces the stress and the uncomfort. So you just gotta keep going, and for, in terms of myself, I didn't do it, I didn't start going therapy or start looking at self-help and self-improvement because I felt suicidal or anything, or I felt hopeless, and I was just, broken hearted from a previous relationship, and I felt like it was time to work on myself and try new things, and ultimately it's so that I can propel myself positively into something new. A lot of people who are shy or not as outgoing as other people, they're some of the greatest minds, and once you gain confidence and realise that even the most confident person in the room can relate to your to your social issues, then it can give you understanding and the confidence to do things that you couldn't do, get out of your comfort zone. So yeah, obviously I think the last video I did I shaved my head, so I'm not doing too bad for my age. Happy with the hair growth, but it's all about what's inside that counts, and I've come a long way. My mum's got a good analogy. She calls it, it's like a bus stop analogy, where the progress you're making, you go in past your bus stops, and you've still got some bus stops to stop at, and I'm fine with that, and there was a stage where the bus wasn't even fucking running. The bus was in the garage, and the engineers and the workers were looking at the bus thinking, can we fix this bus? and that's how I felt. I felt, like a complete vegetable. But I knew that if I worked at myself and pushed hard and worked at it, then I'd get myself to a really good place, and that's where I am. So yeah, good sort of metaphor at the moment, and saying is, life isn't about what ifs, it's about what's next. So what's next for you? I knew what was next for me, that I had to hold my hands up, I had to get help, I had to really work on myself. And I'm still not, exactly where I want to be. But that's because, I feel like I've got something great to do, and I'm working towards it. I'm certainly I've not got an ego. I'm no better than you, and you're no better than me. People achieve things in their own time. People do things, for the good of others, or to take advantage of others. And I'm certainly not someone who would take advantage of others. So I know what it's like to be bullied. I know what it's like to be looked at. I know what it's like to feel like you're nothing. So I'm definitely looking at, getting out of the rat race and doing something for myself, but at the service of others, So waffled on a bit, and there was no sort of preconditioned sort of message. Just thought I'd check in. If there's anybody out there who feels a little bit helpless at the moment, feels like they've lost their mind a bit, or they just don't know what to do and they feel just lost, then there's a way forward. There's a way to help yourself, and there's people out there that will genuinely help you. That if you're just willing to hold your hands up, willing to talk, and willing to get help, and willing to grow and change and transform and connect with people, then you can do it. So God bless, keep your chin up, and if you've got something, if you've got any aspirations, or you want to do something with your life but you don't think you can do it because of your character, work on your character first. Get yourself into a place where you're confident and you feel like you've got the energy and the enthusiasm, and then go for it. Peace.